In the ancient city of Ethel, atop the highest mountain stood the great observatory, and in it there was a single position of honor, the keeper of the lens, the person charged with reading the stars and guiding the ships at sea. After decades of service, the old keeper retired, and to the surprise of everyone in the city, he didn't choose a master astronomer or a nobleman, but rather Lyra, a young cartographer who spent her days drawing maps, not reading stars. Lyra was panicked. At the induction ceremony, she was given the symbol of her office, the observatory key. As Lyra walked toward her new post, she clutched the key in her sweaty hand. It was a heavy key, made of simple, worn-out copper. As soon as she took the post, doubt began to consume her. They made a mistake, she thought, night after night, standing outside the observatory, afraid to go in. The old keeper must have had a key of pure gold, encrusted with diamonds. She imagined. Mine is copper. It's proof that I'm a fraud. They're going to find out I don't know how to read the stars. I'm just a mapmaker. For weeks, Lyra became the imposter she feared she was. She would arrive early and sweep the observatory steps. She polished the brass doorknobs until they shined. She would greet visitors at the door, talk about the observatory's history, but she never, ever used the key to open the main door and do the real work. She was more concerned with looking like the keeper than being the keeper. One night, a terrible storm hit the coast. The winds howled and a dense fog covered the sea. The city's alarm bell rang out. The fishing fleet was lost, blinded by the storm. They needed the observatory's guiding light. The citizens ran to Lyra, shouting, "Keeper, light the beacon. Guide them home." Lyra froze. "I can't," she stammered. "My key, it's not the right key. I'm a fraud." An old woman, the mother of the former keeper, grabbed Lyra's arm and looked into her eyes. "Do you think my son was born knowing how to read stars? He had a copper key too. Gold is for show, my dear. Copper is for work." Lyra's fear for the ship overcame her fear of being found out. Running against the wind, she climbed the steps. Her hands were shaking so badly she could barely find the keyhole. She jammed the copper key in. It didn't break. It didn't fail. The door creaked open. Inside, Lyra didn't find a magical manual. She found her own world. Maps, charts, rulers. She realized reading the stars wasn't magic. It was celestial cartography. It was the same work she had always done, just on a grander scale. With her cartographer's hands, she aligned the lenses, calculated the trajectory, and ignited the beam of light, cutting through the storm and guiding the ships to the safety of the harbor. That night, Lyra learned the truth. The copper key wasn't a sign of her fraud. It was a sign of her strength. She wasn't chosen because she was perfect. She was chosen because her work with maps made her the only person capable of understanding the sky. This story teaches us a profound truth about imposter syndrome. Many of us are like Lyra. We receive a promotion, an opportunity, a compliment, and we immediately feel the weight of the copper key in our hands. We look at it and think, is that all? Shouldn't it be gold? Shouldn't it be harder? We look at our accomplishments, our degrees, our experience, our skills, and we call them luck. We call them copper. And then we become paralyzed by the fear of being found out. We spend our time polishing the doorknobs, focusing on appearing competent, instead of just using the key, opening the door, and doing the work we were chosen for. Imposter syndrome is the fear that our internal value, copper, doesn't match the external perception, what we think should be gold. But here is the secret Lyra discovered. Gold is soft. Gold bends. Copper is strong. Copper conducts. Your true worth isn't measured by the absence of doubt. Your worth is measured by your willingness to use the key you earned, even when you're shaking. Are you holding a copper key right now? A skill you're downplaying? A success you're calling luck? Comment below. What is the key you've been afraid to use? What accomplishment do you need to stop calling luck and start calling yours? Let's acknowledge our worth together in the comments. If you've ever felt like Lyra, paralyzed by the fear of being a fraud, please like this video, so we know we're not alone. Share this video with someone you admire, someone who is brilliant, but who might need to be reminded that their copper key is real and powerful. And of course, subscribe to the channel for more impactful stories like this one that help us turn our doubts into purpose. Remember, you are not a fraud. You are copper, strong, tested, and ready for the work. Now stop polishing the steps. Open the door. The world needs your light.